This is how we get down every single day. What's good, everybody? Welcome in to your daily favorite sports and sports betting brand of record. We call it Coach and Company. We are live on the Stadium Network every single weekday, wherever Stadium lives. Amazon Prime Video, DirecTV, YouTube TV, LG, Vizio. The list goes on and on. We are everywhere, available in over 100 million homes. Now, before I bring my company in, we got a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, yesterday, our picks sucked. We have a Kiss Your Sister Day, and yesterday, I almost wanted producer man to put like a big old, the face where they're throwing up type of thing. Dodgers -2.5. Juventus, what are we doing? What are we doing? We can't find the back of the net. It is what it is, because you're not going to get me down, because today is a big day at the brand. First and foremost, tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern time, it is the Coach and Bro Show. Me and Vince Russo from russosbrand.com. We tackle the biggest topics in all of pro wrestling. It also repeats Thursday morning, so tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern time. As you can see from the graphic, we are everywhere. Also, a big-time thank you to all of you who made our debut on SiriusXM yesterday. Off the ropes, that's a resounding success. The call bank, the phone lines were packed for 2 straight hours. So thank you guys today. Me and the great Nick Nemeth will be on the ones and the twos every single weekday, 2 to 4 Eastern time, Sirius XM channel 156. All right, that is all the housekeeping I need to do. We're about to have a lot of fun. We're playing one word today. It's Wednesday, so what does that mean? You know what it means. It's time for rants. But do you hear that? Oh, my company is ready to come in. We shall let them. It's time to beat the books. Today, an absolute embarrassment of riches. Look at this motley crew. First and foremost, from SureDog.com. The man is absolutely everywhere. Mikey P, good morning.
Good morning. I just noticed most of us are wearing gray, so shout out to the Godfather for wearing some white and bringing some color into the show today.
Oh, the Godfather, better known as Big Tommy C and his fun facts. Good morning, Tommy.
What's up, Coach? And congratulations on your debut show on SiriusXM yesterday. You kicked a little butt there yesterday. I listened to it, sounding good, bro.
Hey, I'm trying to get the brands over to SiriusXM. I mentioned the show a couple of times. All right, now I know this man was not listening to my show yesterday. He was busy working on PFL MENA, PFL Brussels, PFL Cape Town, South Africa. I could go on and on. PFL everywhere. He is our numbers guy for a reason. Say good morning to Raphael Esparza. Good morning, Raphael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. I was also working on WWE Evolution odds. Can you believe Becky Lynch is now -1,000 to win her match? Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's a long-term investment right there at -1,000. Finally, he is the only 5-star chef in the game. Stadium Eats. WatchStadium.com. My man Sebass, what's good?
Morning, Coach. Morning, everybody. Yeah, wrestling. I did watch your preview though on Instagram. I did like and share that, but wrestling and me, I don't understand it. I'm
That's
trying to learn from you guys.
It doesn't understand you, Seabass. It's okay.
Not many people do.
Sometimes things just not every relationship has to work. You know what I mean? Now we have this little thing going where Seabass is on Wednesdays and he gets to laugh at a video whenever we have an extra one. And today just happens to be one of those days because we have a segment called the Prize Fight between Young Lettuce, Young Peyton, and Soupy. They pick 3. Whoever wins normally attempts to talk trash. So I wonder who won yesterday. Producer man, if you don't mind.
Let's get him down. 1 run is in. Here comes the second. 2 RBI single from 173 hitting Michael Conforto. It's 4-0 in the first inning, making me a winner. Making it Sloopy with an L. But, I mean, then again, it's kind of hard to win when you go 0 for 3. Oh, Sloopy. It's all right. Maybe next week.
All right, Sebass, your thoughts.
Production value, great. The videos are starting to get more and more competitive with each other, and I love it. But I do have one question. That's a
Yes.
pretty big TV. Why is he standing so close to it? He's gonna go blind. Peyton, back up. Didn't your parents ever tell you don't sit too close to the TV? You'll go blind.
Did you also notice the size of the abode that young Peyton lives in the Hollywood Hills? Did we not notice that behind him? Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
First world problems.
Sure.
First world problems. Although Peyton, very, very creative. Soupy or Sloopy, you got the L back. Got to deal with it. All right, let's get into our best bets. Gentlemen, you saw what was a recap screen, I think, absolutely embarrassing. So let's get our act together and get back to it today. Raphael, I'm putting the onus on you. Best bets, go.
I'm taking it because I took the big L because I had the Rockies on the run line and they covered it yesterday. So I was going to take that L no matter what. But we're going with the Dodgers today. First 5 run line. That's right. First 5 run line minus 105. The White Sox are 9-33 on the road. The Dodgers, we heard it. They scored 4 runs in the first inning yesterday. I think they have no problem scoring against the White Sox pitching in the first 5.
Favorite when you have a run line that's 1.5 for 5 innings. That's rare. It's usually 0.5. All right. Solid start, Raphael. Solid start. Now, last night I got a little screenshot sent to me around 10 o'clock at night, and it showed a computer. It showed taped notes up here. It showed picks over here. My man is taking things serious. Big Tommy.
Going to the next level, Coach. I'm taking the Yankees and the Blue Jays. I'm taking the over 8.5 minus 124. Big Tommy C note here. The last 8 games at Rogers Center between the Blue Jays and the Yankees have gone over the total runs, and that's going to happen today. Will Warren's on the mound for the Yankees, and Barrios, who the Yankees hit pretty well. The game's going over, and by the way, it's for first place today. Come on, Yanks, wake up.
Wake up. And I just have a little gut feeling that Aaron Boone is going to be directed at during our Rant Wednesdays today. Tommy, would that be a good gut feeling by me?
That would be 100% feeling.
Getting intense today. I can feel it already.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I need to go upstairs. Mikey P, I'm coming over to you next, big boy. I know you got not 1, but 2 plays that I can sink my teeth into. Let's go.
I'm going to start with the game 2 of a doubleheader between the Brewers and the Mets. An electrifying rookie, Jacob Misiorowski, on the mound for the Brewers. So give me the Brewers first 5 on the money line. Game 2 at a minus 130. The kid is electric, and I think he'll shut down the Mets bats early. And the Brewers are 8th best offenses for the first 5 innings. So give me Milwaukee over New York in the first 5. And then my second play, give me the Padres money line against the Phillies at a minus 109. Nick Pivetta on the mound today for the Padres, and the Padres are 10-6 when he's on the bump. He's 8-2 on the year. I know the Phillies are getting healthy, but I like the Padres to pull this one off.
That Padres-Phillies game is at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time, and your game 2, not game 1, game 2 of the Brewers and the Mets, I have at 7:10 p.m. Eastern time. Would that be correct?
Correct.
Boom. Next level hosting. Let's go. Now, Mikey P's gone. Rafi's gone. Big Tommy fun facts. Solid. So Sebass, big boy, coming over to you. What do we got?
All right, we'll stay in baseball because it's the only thing going on today. We're going to take the Nationals on the money line. First 3 inning money line for the Nationals. Mackenzie Gore's going for them. He's got a 3.09 ERA, but it's just a shade over 2 when he's pitching at home. He's only given up 4 runs in his last 5 starts, and then they're going up against the Tigers' Jack Flaherty, who has been decent, but on the road, ERA over 6. He gave up 8 runs in just the last outing in the first 3 innings. So give me the Nationals on the money line, first 3 innings. And then the 2-get-a-hit parlay is making its comeback today. We're going to take Gunnar Henderson to get a hit against Nathan Eovaldi today. He's got an .867 average against him. He's 7 for 8. He's got 12 hits in his last 13 games. The guy's hot. Same with Cody Bellinger. Take him to get a hit today, and he's got 18 hits in his last 11 games with a .67 average against Barrios up there in Toronto. So put those two guys together for both to get a hit for a little parlay at -111.
I love the fact that it is back. Tommy, I feel like whenever Mackenzie Gore's name is said, that we need to channel our inner Rhino or our inner good old JR. Gore! He used to lose his mind.
Yes.
He would grab on Gore. I'd be like,
Oh, yeah. He couldn't wait to say it either.
Oh, he couldn't wait to say it. Oh,
No.
my God. Good old Rhino, whose
Yep.
name hasn't been said in over 10 years. Hey, Rhino. What's good, big boy? All right. Gentlemen, well done. So I feel like that's a 6-2 day. I don't know who's going to get the X's, though. I'm staring at this motley crew. Or maybe it won't be any of the four of you and the fifth member of our team this morning, who is dressing up like he has jury duty. JTS is in the house. Where is Marky Model at? Where is Marky Model at? I need to see my boy with the slick back hair flowing in the wind. There he is right there. Look at that. Look at that. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everyone. Excited to get this one going. We only have baseball, but I love our Just a Stat Sports play of the day today. We are locked in with laser precision. We're going to start with Detroit Tigers. Colt Keith to stay under 1.5 hits against Washington. That is in game 1 this afternoon. Keith has been ghosting extra hit opportunities in 10 of his last 11 games where he stayed under this line. I expect him to vanish at the plate like a Houdini special this afternoon. We're going to pair that with Milwaukee Brewer Christian Yelich to get at least 1 hit in game 1 today against the Mets. Yelich has been stacking up hits higher than Mikey P can reach on his tiptoes. Yelich has gone over this line in 12 straight games, and when he plays a day game, those numbers get even better. This is a blend of contact suppression with contact creation. Our AI model gives us plus 125, Just a Stat Sports play of the day, the green light.
All right, there is the QR code. Scan it. Use our code BTT30. I'm going to give you 30 days for free. The entire month of July, you get for free. What else do you want? What else do you want? Hey, Raphael, do you remember the good old days when good old Marky Model, his over 2.5 rarely hit? Do you remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
When we went
It
with
seemed like
the under?
yesterday.
It does feel like yesterday. What would the number have been today that he still would have hit the over?
I would have probably still kept it 2.5. He's been behaving himself lately, but today he went a little over.
Houdini special? Laser precision?
That's not really
Mikey P on his tiptoes?
Laser precision is not really a joke.
Yeah. I mean, the model has been hot, Coach. We're like 8 days in a row.
You can shut it. Mikey P.
How do you defend
Mikey
the
P.
model before you defend me, Sebass? Did you not hear the rant I did for Angel Reese on Monday? We're done.
In all fairness, Mike, I've only seen you sitting in a chair. I don't know if you're tall or short, to be honest.
Well,
Let's just say there's not a big difference right now. Let's just,
all right. All right.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Mikey
Tell me
P,
I'm wrong.
To insinuate that Sebass actually watches the show when he's not on would be an insult to the show.
That's actually not true. When I'm sitting there doing pre-shift, it's on my phone on the side.
We're his side hustle.
And
we're just like Chuck.
He's
we're
always
his
watching
side.
Weekday Wager.
Are you done ruining my flow? I'm over here making real jokes. And you're worried about weekday wagers at 2 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon on the same YouTube channel? What are we talking about? Feeling good today. Oh, nothing now, Mark? I give you the floor. Nothing now, but you'll talk when I'm talking.
Not anymore, Coach. Lesson learned.
Still to come on Coaching Company here on an F day. We have our rants. Where are my guys going? Also, Kaitlyn Clark. Oh, the Venom. It's Coaching Company live, as always, right here on Stadium. All right, you degenerates out there that continue to watch on our YouTube page, thank you very much. Raphael, Damian Lillard making, 40 large, waived, going to get every dime? Is this a good thing or a bad thing for Dame? Time.
I think it's a great thing. I don't understand why people were bashing that the Bucks did him wrong. Now he gets all his bank and he gets to go home and rehab. He doesn't have to stay in Milwaukee and do his rehab, so he's going to do his rehab in Portland. Now he can pick any team he wants to go to when he comes back. I don't understand why people think the Bucks did him wrong.
Oh, interesting. I don't understand. That'll be $1. Mikey P, do you agree with Raphael or not?
I do, and it feels like an unprecedented move, but let's enjoy that, right? Like a superstar like him, he's going to be out, so let him just sit, recover, and then it's his choice, like Raphael said. Let all the teams come to him. I think it's going to be intriguing to see where he lands.
Interesting. Raphael, Mikey P has your back. Sebass, did you notice how the cool kids say bank instead of bag? Bank instead of bag. Do you agree with Raphael?
I'm confused as to where the outrage came from Carmelo Anthony and the salary cap and how they're trying to stretch his salary so they can get Miles Turner, but they're paying him every penny. So there's a sense of confusion for me where everything came from because I don't understand it. I'll put the $1 in as well, but I'm genuinely confused. I'm genuinely confused because we talk about ownership and they only care about the business itself. But he's being taken care of.
That's the part that is a little bit mind blowing for both sides, from the outrage side and from the Bucks side. To be honest, he's still going to count against the salary cap. You're just going to get a much cheaper player at the league minimum. That's it. Shock. He must be in a much worse condition than we thought. That's the only thing that I can imagine is that they've seen him work out. He's not good, and they'll pay him $40 million to go away. Very interesting. Raphael, everybody's got your back. We're back in 5 seconds. All righty. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Coach and Company. Having a great time. It's a Wednesday. Do not forget Coach and Bro Show later tonight right here on the Stadium Network at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Repeated on Thursday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. And do not forget about my brand new Sirius XM Pro Wrestling Show. Daily, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, channel 156. Brand new Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Now, you know what makes us feel just a little bit better every single week is I like to give my guys an opportunity to get something off of their chest. And we do it in memory of our good friend who we lost way too soon. Howie Schwab used to always teach us that some days are an F day.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day. Pardon me.
All righty. Where are my guys going to go today? Well, we've already had a pick on the Yankees game, and there is nobody that I know that loves the Yankees more than my man, Big Tommy C. Big Tommy, what are you ranting on today?
You know, Coach, I've been a Yankee fan all my life. Aaron Boone is a player's manager. He'll never get on his players, but, man, here's my plea. Please bench Anthony Volpe. This kid was an untouchable back when he was coming out of the minor leagues. Is he better than Bobby Witt? Is he better than Gunnar Henderson? He's not even close. And I'm not even going to get into what he's done in the past. Let's just go by this week. Monday alone, the kid had 2 errors, cost the Yankees the game. Yesterday, he went 0 for 5, had another error yesterday, which caused them to get a grand slam against the Yankees and made him lose the game. He never gets a clutch hit. Please, here's my plea to Aaron Boone. Bench Anthony Volpe. He's not the player that everybody thought he was going to be. He's in his 3rd year. Bench him now for a while. Let him get his head together because this player is not Bobby Witt and he's not Gunnar Henderson. Please bench Anthony Volpe.
I just want to make sure that we're clear. You want him to bench Anthony Volpe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't quite clear on that one.
Yes.
Mikey P, look at the venom over there. Catty corner to you. Diagonal to you. Which means I'm coming to you, big boy. Let me look at my notes. Mikey P. Very interesting. He has his thoughts on big-time stars, big-time injuries. So, Mikey P, I asked you the question. What are you ranting on today?
NBA fans who don't realize that when big injuries happen, changes must be made. And I'm going to start with Milwaukee and Indiana before I set myself up to sleep on the couch. So Milwaukee loses Dame. Everyone's outraged that they waive him to get Miles Turner. Pacers fans are so mad that Miles Turner left to go play with Giannis when he won't have Tyrese Halliburton. These things happen. And now to talk about why I'm going to sleep on the couch for the next week. My better half, a diehard Celtics fan, thanks to me. She's like, I can't believe we traded Drew Holiday. Can't believe we traded Kristaps Porzingis. We let Luke Cornett walk. All these players are leaving. It's because they don't have a roster to compete right now. Jason Tatum's out most of the year. These things happen in the NBA. Changes must be made. And it's mind-boggling that people think, oh, just replace one superstar with another. Doesn't work that way. You got to change your roster.
Little venom from Boston, from Beantown, from the better half. Good thing you got that extra bedroom now that you moved there, big boy. Got that extra bedroom. All right. Now, I can always count on this man to go a little bit off grid. So, my numbers guy, Raphael Esparza, I ask you a question. What are you ranting on today?
I don't care what you voted for, blue, red, purple. I could care less who you voted for. But this big, beautiful bill of shit that I'm calling it's going to affect every sports gambler that we could talk to. Looking next to you, look behind your best friend, my twin brother, anybody who bets sports, it's going to affect. Because why? In that 900-page bill of shit is a sports betting or gambling tax of 90% hike. That means if coach takes all his serious money and bets $100,000 in football and he breaks even, he loses $100,000. You know what? He still has to pay a 10%, $10,000 tax hike if this thing gets pushed, which is most likely going to get pushed. Don't forget, New Jersey already did a tax hike, 20% on every wager. New Jersey, Illinois, Louisiana, they all did tax hikes. Why don't we just shut down the books and just let everyone go offshore and gamble there? There's nothing to worry.
And that's probably what we're going to do. 1 second. Stadium's on line one. All right.
Words okay.
Average at best. Average at best so far. All right. It's down to me and you, Sebass.
Okay.
And I have a positive rant today, so I'm going to go last. So, Sebass, as I look at my notes, very interesting. You looking at all-stars. So I ask you a question. What are you ranting on today?
All-star games in general, Coach. We've got 2 all-star games coming up in the next couple of weeks with MLB and WNBA, and I'm just not excited for any of them. It used to be the all-star game was where the game's best gather for a competitive game. The Pro Bowl hasn't been competitive in years. I don't watch that one anymore. The NBA All-Star game is just who feels like showing up today and we'll just play defense for 30 seconds at the end. It means nothing anymore. The only thing that means anything now is the MLB All-Star game when they ended up with ran out of pitchers in a tie game. So now they compete for home field advantage in the World Series, which I actually enjoy. It does give it a little bit of sense of worth. But the rest of them, I think it comes down to fan voting, and fan voting has destroyed the All-Star game because the best aren't always in the game. I'm going to give you 2 stats here, Coach. Player A, 16 games, 12.4 points a game, 12.8 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 40% from the field, 26% from 3, player efficiency rating of 19, and a win share of 0.9. Player B, 9 games, 18.2 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 17 player efficiency rating, 0.4 win shares, 39% from the field, and 29% from 3. Which one of those 2 are you putting in the All-Star game?
I got lost at 12.2.
Yeah, okay, fine.
You want to tell me?
No,
who are they?
Doesn't matter. I'll tell you, player B made it to the All-Star game with worse numbers. Because
I do not know how I feel about you actually doing work for Rant Wednesday. I don't know how I feel about it because you actually bring them really, really good points.
Sometimes.
Very. Gentlemen, well done. Sebass, by far the best. By far the best. Now, my rant is going to be positive today, unlike you 4. Now, there are some times in life as a father, you just never know when that special day is going to come. I thought last year, April of 24, when my very talented at golf son made his second hole-in-one at the tender age of 13. Thought that was going to be the best feeling for a while. That was until yesterday. Because yesterday, young JJ achieved a milestone in a golf career that very few, in fact, less than 1% of golfers do what my young son did yesterday. Producer man, if you don't mind, cue up the video. Cue up the video. You think he was pumped up? Oh, and there it is, the scorecard of champions. 69 personal record done yesterday. And to say dad was proud, oh my goodness. And he literally went straight to his phone to see the percentage of golfers ever break 70. And he did it yesterday. So congratulations to my boy, Tommy. You were one of the first ones to ever meet the kid 14 years ago.
The kid's a stud, man. He is a stud. Saw the 20-year-old win the golf. This kid's going to be there in about 8 years.
It's amazing.
He's there, dude. He is a stud. 69. Are you kidding me?
69. And and I really pissed him off after the round because he had a 4-footer on 11. He had a 3-footer on 12. So that could have easily been a 67, a 68. Wow. That he missed little, and he's like, "No, Dad, you can't do that." I'm like, "Okay," but it was. I literally thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Raphael, what do you think about that?
First of all, you shouldn't joke about heart attacks, but that's a fantastic thing of 69. I mean, that's hats off to him because now he can only shoot for 68, shoot for 67 because he already got that number. Now you shoot for the best number.
Yeah, it's that's the thing about it, Sebass, is when you become an elite golfer, and I play with him every single day. He never shoots over 73, something like that. But you got to come up with other goals because the scoring goal it can be debilitating when you shoot that good every single day.
But, yeah, I shot a 69 once. It was on the first 3 holes. But, yeah, I mean that's incredible. I play as often as I can, and I've just gotten to the point where I'm just here to have some fun because otherwise, if I think about it, I'm going to need a new set of clubs every other week because of
me too. I know. It's been an incredible ride so far to really see him. He didn't start playing until he was 10, so he's only played about 4.5 years. A little bit less than 5 years. He was like a fish to water, and he plays like a pro would play. Like yesterday, he had to get up and down from 25 yards for that. Where you saw that putt from. He was 25 yards in front of the green on a par 5. And he just stuck it. He does that whole spinny thing, that none of us can do. We would have bladed into the water on the other side of the green.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing to watch. It's amazing to watch. Thank you, gentlemen. Well done. I do believe my rant was the best rant today.
Sure.
I agree.
Thank you. See, Mikey? See, Big Tommy? You see how fast Sebass and Raphael jumped in there? All right, gentlemen, I love Rant Wednesday so much. All right, we're only about halfway home here on Coach and Company. It's a busy day. Don't forget about Coaching Bro tonight. We've got Sirius XM from 2 to 4 Eastern. We never stop going. Oh, what's that? Oh, somebody's calling. Not going to take it right now. This is Coach and Company coming up on the other side. What are we doing? We're doing a little one word. Kaitlyn Clark, is it fair? What are we talking about? And the Pittsburgh Steelers, all of a sudden, they turn into the AARP Steelers. We'll explain. This is Coach and Company. We are live as always. And thank you to Stadium and all of their platforms. Live every single morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Come on back. All right, we've had about 24 hours to kind of marinate on the fact that we're going to see the first player, Sebass, in the history of the NBA make north of $70 million. I'm talking about SGA, Supermax deal, 4 years, 270 or 285. Is that ridiculous, or is it just sign of the times?
Both? Can you go both? Because that's crazy. Like, it is ridiculous, but that's where we're at in society, in the world. And it's going to continue to grow. I mean, if you have an issue with players making this much money, stop going to games, stop watching them on TV, stop buying the merch. I mean, this is where it all gets to. It's not like, the owners are making so much money that they're paying them this much, but this is where the revenue comes from. So I get it, sign of the times, but yeah, it's crazy.
It's a revenue share model. If this was baseball, I would almost be able to understand it if people were bitching, because baseball has no salary cap. They want it. They have no salary cap. Tommy, is $71 million crazy?
It's crazy, Coach. And just think, a couple years ago, we thought Mahomes was making big-time money with over 50. This guy's making $20 million more than Patrick Mahomes, and he's only been in the league for how many years? It is nuts. But Sebass is right. All the money's coming in. He's a young kid. He's a stud. But 70, where does it end? Like, are we going to go to 80 next year, to 90? I just don't see where it ends, guys. It's crazy.
Mikey P, give me 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think it is sign of the times. I'm still mad about the Juan Soto contract. At least SGA and Mahomes are winning championships.
It's a good point. Rafi, talk to me.
They need more ships, because now he's tied up with all that money. What are they going to do with the other people who need signed contracts for that team?
Oh, now you're jumping on the coach's bandwagon. What I said about LeBron James, all of a sudden you're saying now about SGA?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
Lou Dort needs a new contract.
You're talking out of both sides of your mouth, Raphael. You said I was an idiot. Oh, take the money, you said. That came out of your mouth.
I don't remember.
Interesting. Tommy, the same guy that says he said before the show that he had said something months ago that none of us remember. What was that? We're back live, and don't look at me like that, in 2 seconds. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, the chat is popping. Keep it going. Today, it just came up so small I can't see any of it, but I know all of you are being completely positive, because that's what we do. For an entire hour here live on Stadium, we are past the bottom of the hour. We've got coming up in 15 minutes. If you missed it, we have our best bets. And yeah, we're kind of in the doldrums of July. These are the tough days. These are the dog days. But you never go backwards. You're always looking forward. But I always say this. We are much more than just a sports betting show. We love to dive into different topics, discuss them, and we like to keep it very, very simple. In a little segment we like to call one word. You know the drills, boys. Mikey P starts it. We piggyback right down the line. Topic number 1. We're talking about all-stars. We're talking about WNBA all-stars. Kaitlyn Clark, the most fan votes in the history of the voting ever. But yet, when the players voted, because it's a weighted system, they voted her 9th. Very interesting. The media voted her 3rd. Now, Mikey P, one word on the jealousy that is raging through this WNBA.
Jealousy? Petty. This is so petty she's raising the popularity of your league. You cannot guard her does not mean you cannot vote for her. This is absolutely petty. Give Kaitlyn Clark all her flowers every single day.
This is underwhelming. It's underwhelming because she hasn't even been playing this season enough to even be it. So I don't think it's jealousy at all. I think it's just a media hype story to keep the Kaitlyn Clark media train going. She's bringing an audience to the game that wasn't there before, so that's great to help grow the league. But as an all-star, she shouldn't be there this season.
Haters, but I really want to see Sebass to continue talking. I was going to give him my time, but I'm going to say haters just because this girl is bringing you all the bank or bag that coach wants to talk about. The viewers are coming because of her. I just think they're a bunch of haters.
I don't know which side of the fence you're on, to be honest with you, Raphael. I really, really don't. My one word is entertainment. That's exactly what this is. That's what the all-star voting is for. 9th? Ninth for a young lady who just makes bombs from 40 feet, for a young lady that is selling out arenas and would sell out this in her hometown. This is entertainment. Does anybody know where the All-Star game is? Anyone?
Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis. She's going to be a captain. And you're voting her ninth? Maybe we'll make Sebass the coach of the Western All-Stars. How about we do that? That would be on brand. Now let's stay in the WNBA because the Fever might be a little bit better than we thought. Because with Kaitlyn Clark on the bench, she is now missed 7 of 16. They win the Commissioner's Cup. And then they were talking a little bit of trash as they were popping bottles. Mikey P, one word on that low-key trash talk as the Fever win the cup.
Sophie. I know Aaliyah Boston is the star next to Kaitlyn Clark, but how about Sophie Cunningham? Making headlines throughout this season. She had 13 points in this victory. When you have players rising up to the occasion and really making a name for themselves, we know what Kaitlyn Clark brings to the sport. But when her teammates start to elevate their own game, it just makes for a better product. So shout out Sophie Cunningham. Shout out to the rest of the crew.
Teamwork. This is the definition of teamwork and what it means to have a team. Kaitlyn Clark may be the star of that team, but she's not there to help them win. So what they're doing within that organization and that team warrants some excitement, some trash talk, if you will. So yeah, it's great that they won and they did it as a team without the star.
My one word is championship. You won the Commissioner's Cup. Now, no team has won a Commissioner's Cup and won the championship after the end of the season. Big deal. You won the Commissioner's Cup. How'd that Lakers championship come?
My one word is culture. They're building a culture. Kaitlyn Clark is helping to lead the build of said culture. This is just another chip that they put right here. So when they walk around and all the haters and all the non-championship people, all of them can just look the other way and walk down the street. Because yes, Sebass, are you actually thinking about ruining my flow?
No, I was patiently waiting till you were done. I have a question, please, sir.
What's thy question, young Sebass?
Do we count the NBA play-in tournament as a championship when they win that?
Topic number 3. Last night, we saw the equivalent of a perfect game come to an end. Last night, one of the great halftime performers went down. And I will preface this with saying thoughts and prayers, and hopefully she's not going to be out for a long period of time. From what we understand, is not something super, super serious. But the legendary Red Panda. And if you've ever been to a big sporting event indoors, she is the standard. She's on a unicycle and then puts plates and glasses and bowls on her feet, throws them in the air, and catches them on her head. And she went down yesterday at halftime of the Fever Lynx game for the Commissioner's Cup. One word, Mikey P, on the legendary Red Panda finally doing something wrong.
Scary, honestly, because that's the first thing when you have performers like Red Panda out there. That's the first thing I think of is please don't fall. Please don't fall. Mm-hmm. Because I know it would take me 0.2 seconds to fall off a unicycle. So very scary. And thoughts and prayers she gets better soon.
Odds. I'm taking one from Raphael. The odds. This was bound to happen at some point. We don't want to see it ever, but I mean, you do so many of these performances. I'm surprised it took this long, to be honest with you. That's a feat that just, how do you come up with the thought that, hey, this is what I want to do. I can do this. And it's unfortunate that eventually was going to have to happen, and it did. But again, hoping that everything works out okay.
Panic attack, because I've seen her perform 5 times and I am just panicking, make sure she doesn't fall or drop anything. It is one of the best halftime entertainment I have ever seen, and I've seen it 5 times. Hopefully she's okay with just a bad wrist injury.
Every time I see her, I just think solo. I think solo act. Can you imagine having a career that every single night you go out there, you are risking your physical well-being? She is 10 feet in the air every single time. I've never seen her drop a bowl, a plate, anything literally perfect every single night. And if you're those water, I'm not saying there was water on the court, but just, every time, just make sure it's dry. So when she goes out there on a bike, this doesn't happen again. Now, topic number 4, a big time upset at Wimbledon. Coco Gauff, who just won the French Open, she's the toast of the American town, loses in the first round of Wimbledon and says, Mikey P, I'm mentally exhausted. Mentally exhausted. One word on our inspiration going down in the first round.
Deserved. This girl's been at it for a very long time. To my knowledge, the second best young talent outside of young JJ that America has to lay their hat on. So Coco has put in so much work, and let's just say, well-deserved to get a rest. It's okay to lose.
Disappointing, only because I want to see her continue to win. But this is what makes playing at a high level so difficult. We never really talked about it before with athletes. It's just the mentality is you go out there, you play, you compete, you win. There's no such thing as mental draining or I'm losing my word here, but you just continue on, you push through. We don't talk about it, right? There's no such thing as it. And so the younger athletes today, they are taking their time, their medicine or whatever, their personal health, wealth days to be up. So it's disappointing that, she did lose in the first round, but at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself.
I was shocked. That's my one. We're shocked watching that thing. You can tell after she lost the first set, her mental game was completely done. And she's mentioned it in the press conference. I was mentally done after that set. So I was actually shocked at how bad she played.
International is my one word. If you've never traveled internationally, you have no clue how hard it is just getting around, just finding food that matches up with your body. All the stuff that you guys are used to at home here in the United States, it's crazy when you go to Europe and you go to England and then you have to play on top of that. It is mentally exhausting. I hated traveling to Europe. I was like, the last trip, I hope I never come again. To have to win 2 major championships in Europe within a month's time, it's really, really hard to do, and we do not talk about it enough. All right, last topic, and we got to make it kind of quick, about 15 seconds for everybody. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the ages came out, Mikey P, of their several of their top players. Aaron Rodgers, 41 years old. Cam Hayward, 36. Darius Slay, 34. Robert Woods, 33. Cam Johnson, 33. The list goes on and on. One word on the AARP nearly retired Pittsburgh Steelers roster, Mikey.
Laundromat, because these players are washed. The Steelers organization is washed. I don't care about their credibility and their resumes. They're done. At least they're all retiring together.
In honor of a movie coming out today, we're going to go with Jurassic because these guys are old. Go see Jurassic World. But listen, put these guys up in the museum. They're done. Let's move on. The Steelers are not competing this year.
My one word, 2004 Lakers. Remember when Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Byron Russell? This is the same team, but football.
Brands, because that's what they have bought here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And somehow Mike Tomlin, who does have a lot of stroke, he has okayed all of this. These are big brand names in the NFL. Rodgers, yeah, big brand name 10 years ago. TJ Watt, he's had some injuries. Jonnu Smith, that's probably the best move they made. He was great for the Dolphins, not for the Steelers a year ago. It's going to be very, very interesting. Robert Woods, wide receiver, 33 years old. It's not something in the NFL, gentlemen, that you say a lot of. My goodness. You know what? Mike Tomlin might be on his way out too. What's it been? 20 years? 21? Something like that. All right. Still plenty more to come. Now, even though we are a sports show, we take our picks very, very seriously. Or at least I do. And I had a talk with my crew. Had a talk with my guys. And today's a bounce back Rant Wednesday F-Day show. So on the other side, we will lock it in, having a great day. Where else would you want to be but laughing and learning, educating, and entertaining? This is Coach and Company Live, as always, right here on Stadium.
What I'm prepared for, Coach, and we did not mention this.
Okay.
And Coach, I'm just going to say this.
Okay.
By saying this, I may never, ever, ever get hired on any other mainstream platforms out there, Coach, but I got to say it.
Okay.
We all know Friday is July 4th.
Yes.
And what's everybody going to be celebrating?
The America's holiday.
Not me.
Not you.
Not me.
You're un-American?
This Friday,
Oh,
July 4th, SmackDown goes back to 2 hours.
Let's go!
I'm breaking out the hamburgers, bro. The hot dogs. I'm going to be sucking on kegs of beer. When I got that news, Coach, I opened my front door and I screamed at the Rocky Mountains. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Bring
2
it
hours
down.
starting on
Let's
Friday.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Vince Russo gets 4 hours a month
Yes.
back
Yes.
from the doldrums that is SmackDown. Oh, Big Tommy C. This is tonight, Wednesdays, 11 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the Stadium Network. Also repeated 6 a.m. Eastern time, Thursday mornings. You can also see Stadium Eats as well. Tommy, how excited were you? Because you do a lot of our wrestling shows with us. SmackDown going back to 2 hours.
I love it, Coach. I love his take on that. That was priceless. Unbelievable. Yes. And maybe we will have some storylines to tell or do something besides 4-segment matches and just mail it in every week. Time for the writers to start writing and create some storylines. You have 2 hours, not 3.
Raphael, so now we're down to 7 total hours on the 3 main shows. Is that too much?
No, I'm just happy that 2 hours, I get an hour back on Friday. I don't care what happens on Monday and PLEs. I got 1 hour back on Friday.
Look at how selfish you guys are. You should be wanting to work for free for the rest of time. Every day. All day. YouTube is where it's at. Only. If you know, you know. We're back live in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Coach and Company live here on the Stadium Network. Coming up in about 5 minutes, we will lock in all of our best bets that we have for the day as we get into the starting of July. And I can't wait. About a month from now, we'll start our countdown to the NFL season. You guys know how we do it here. We break everything down. But I was thinking, because at our break, we stay on our YouTube channel. And Raphael, let me start with you, because we were talking about SmackDown being taken back from 3 hours to 2 hours this coming Friday night. Is there a sport that you think the last, let's say, 5 or 10 years has done a really good job in dealing with the pace of play or length of game situation like WWE is trying to do?
I would say Major League Baseball. I love the pitch clock. The games are going quicker, except the Red Sox Yankee games. They still take 10 hours to play, but I think the pace of play in baseball.
Sebass, do you agree baseball's the best at doing it right now?
Yeah, 100%. I think that they're the only ones that really had a real issue. The rest of them do have time clocks already. But I mean, I don't like what the NCAA did with their rules, though, and the continuous running of the 2 minutes at the end of the game and their kickoffs. But yeah, baseball's done the best job at trying to get that down a little bit.
Yeah, football tried, and I think football's the one sport that I'm okay with a 3.5 or 4 hour game. I'm okay with 48, 45. I'm all right, but when they had the clock continue to move when the ball went out of bounds, that really sped up the game, because that's what the NFL does. So they set the ball and then it starts running again. I think it cuts off a good 5 or 6 minutes of the game, Mikey. So I would say NFL has tried. Baseball has succeeded. Mikey P., you're a baseball writer. What say you?
Well, I love what the NFL does. I mean, you should not change it if it's not broken, right? So for me, I think not only the pace of play, but like you said, 48, 45, let's have more opportunities for more football, hit more parlays, cash more tickets, right? Like, let's not speed up the game. Let's create more opportunity. And no one watches more sports than football fans. So for me, baseball has done a great job, but the NFL should never try to change anything.
I think right now, if you were in a room full of NFL players, they would crush you. They'd be like, "You're trying to make our game longer? Are you serious? I just broke my twice last year."
Who's going to crush me? Who's going to crush me?
The line's long. Hey, Big Tommy, you're in the New York City area. They've got 2 teams in New York. You got a team an hour and a half up in Foxborough. Then you got a team in Philadelphia. I mean, there's a lot of NFL teams around your neck of the woods. Which sport would you pick?
Oh, I would definitely pick football all day, every day, Coach. Watching football, I could watch it 24/7. If it was 48, 45, yes. Baseball's different. It gets boring. Nobody's hitting. The batters used to take 20 seconds to get in the batter's box. What baseball done is cut the game down, and it's the better for that sport. But for football, all day, every day, 24/7, give me 48, 45 any day of the week.
The other thing baseball has done is they moved the start times of the games. I said this for a long time. Why was the 7:05 always the number? A lot of teams now have gone to 6:35 or 6:40. That's a big deal when you're talking about kids that need to go to bed by a certain time, get in, get out. Now, 6:30 games, they're done by 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Normally.
Yep.
So that you get home by 10 and all of a sudden now they get a full night's sleep. That matters to a parent. That absolutely matters to a parent.
It matters.
What time?
Big time. Yep. Big time.
What'd you say, Rafi?
I said, now if it's football, the parents let them watch football. I want to shorten the football. Shorten the football. For the guy that has to do odds, I don't want to have to do more odds for longer games.
You're so selfish all the time. It always has to be about you.
More
Always
live
has to
betting
be.
opportunities. You got a live bet.
Oh my goodness. A dissension in the ranks, I say. Dissension in the ranks. All right. Now, we have a couple of items of business to tend to, and then it's time for you to go out into the world and spread the Coach and Company love. I know a lot of you weren't here at the top of the show, top of the hour. That's okay. That's okay. I got Raphael, and I got time. And it's time to lock it in. In 10 seconds or less, one or two nuggets. It's all that I need. All rise. Tommy, I'm not going to start with you. Sebass, I am going to start with you.
Okay, great. We're going to go with Gunnar Henderson today and Cody Bellinger, both to get a hit. Put these guys together in a parlay. It's minus 111. Henderson's got 7 of 8 against Evaldi, and Cody Bellinger's got a 667 average against Jose Barrios today. Both of these guys have been hot over the last 2 weeks. Put them together for your parlay to get a hit parlay. And then we're going to take the Nationals on the first 3 innings money line. Gore at home's got a 2.2 ERA going up against Flaherty, who's over 6 on the road. I like the Nationals in the first 3 innings.
And I have one from my man Big Chuck. Aaron Judge over a half an RBI. Judge enjoys facing Jose Barrios with a 378 career average, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. Just 1 RBI. We cashed that ticket. Big Chuck, thank you very much. Raphael, coming to you.
We're going to the Dodgers' first 5 run line. That's big run line, minus 1.5 at minus 105. Yesterday, the Dodgers had no problem scoring in the first inning as they scored 4 runs, and the White Sox are 9-33 on the road this year.
Big Tommy, let's go.
I got the Yankees, Blue Jays. I'm taking the over total runs 8.5 at minus 124. This game is for first place today. Both pitchers are going to get hit. Let's go, Yanks. Let's wake up, please.
Let's go, Yanks. I love the Big Tommy fun facts every single Wednesday. Let's go. Mikey P, you're up.
Milwaukee Brewers first 5 money line in game 2 of a doubleheader against the New York Mets at a minus 130. Electrifying rookie Jacob Misiorowski on the mound for Milwaukee. He'll shut down the Mets over 5 innings. And then give me the Padres money line versus the Phillies at a minus 109. Nick Pivetta is on the mound for San Diego, and they are 10-6 when he is on the bump.
Electrifying. I used to work with a man who would say that quite a bit. I'm Big Tommy.
Yes, sir.
The JTS play of the day. Marky Model, you're back. What do we got?
We got the Detroit Tigers Colt Keith to stay under 1.5 hits tonight against Washington. That is in game 1. Keith has gone under this line in 10 of his last 11 games. Expect him to have a quiet afternoon today. We're going to pair that with Milwaukee Brewers Christian Yelich to get at least 1 hit. That's also in game 1 this afternoon. Yelich is on a 12-game hitting streak. When he plays during the day, that number actually goes, he's 18 out of his last 20 games. Love this spot for both of them. Put them both together for a plus 125. Just Stat Sports play of the day.
And I want you to be a part of what we're doing. Scan that QR code. Use our code BTT30. We're going to give you 30 days for free. You get the entire month of July for free. Check out the entire site, all of that good stuff. Now, here at Coaching Company, we also have a duty to make you smarter. Raphael, what do we got?
Hopefully Russo's not watching this because the Arizona Diamondbacks have won 10 out of their last 13 home games against the San Francisco Giants, and the Giants have dropped 7 out of their last 8 road games.
You said you hope who isn't watching this?
Russo. He's a Giants fan.
Russo playing the Giants. Okay. I doubt he's watching it right now. He's on our promo tour for the Coach and Bro show for tonight on Stadium at 11 p.m. Eastern time. We do. It's called the Car Wash, where we do a bunch of interviews throughout the day to promote a show, promote a brand. Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes.
Promoting a brand? Yes.
I do every day on my live line alert on Instagram.
Oh, on your IG?
Yeah.
Just like the bank? Cool kids?
What's wrong with the bank? You can't. Only
It's
coins.
the bag, Raphael.
Only coins go in bags. Bank, that's where the cash goes. Coins go in bags.
Raise your hand. Who's right? Is it getting the bag or getting the bank?
It's getting the bag.
Depends on
Getting
what
the
era
bag.
you're in, you know?
No, it's not matter what era you're in.
I'm trying, Raphael.
Absolutely not.
This guy, nothing. He's right.
He's got nothing, Raphael. Nothing. Producer man, you know what time it is. Give me that one shot. Get those faces off my screen. And understand this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire crew, damn it, do I love them all. My man, Raphael, Big Tommy C and those damn fun facts. My man, Sebass, Mikey P, Marky Model, Producer Man, and I am simply the coach. Try to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you is what we're all about every single day, even Rant Wednesday, right here, Coach and Company Live on Stadium. Have a great day.